Presentation authoring. By the end of this tutorial, you should be able to create and control an interactive presentation and demonstrate the ability to use a master slide to place objects and set styles, create presentation slides including text, images, charts, animations and transitions, and create notes for the presenter and audience. It is important when creating a presentation that you understand the need for consistency of presentation in terms of styles, point sizes, colour schemes, transitions and animations. The first thing that I will show you is how to use the master slide to place objects like images, text, logos, slide footers, automated slide numbering, and to set font styles, heading styles and colour scheme. This allows for consistency in your presentation. Every presentation contains at least one slide master. The key benefit to using slide masters is that you can make universal changes to every slide in your presentation. When you create or edit a master slide, you work in Slide Master View. To do that, you click on View and then you click on Slide Master. Then you'll see you have lots of different templates for how you can set out your slide. We're just going to work on this one here. First of all, I'm going to show you how to change your font styles and heading styles. To do this, you click on Home and then you highlight what you want to change, and you come up to your options, your font options, and choose the style that you want. In this case, I'm going to use serif. And then you can come across and you can change the size of that. I'm going to change it to 32. And then you could put it into bold, you could underline it or put it into italics. And you can use your alignment buttons. You maybe want to leave it in the center, or left align it, or even right align it. To do your subheadings, you come down to your second level and again you highlight. And just to ensure you have the consistency, I'm going to change it to serif, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because it is a subheading. So I'm going to change it to 24, and I'm also going to make sure that that's left aligned as well. So that's how you change your font style, heading style. And if you want to change the colours as well, then you can come in and just change your font colour. That is all under your Home tab. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to place an object into the master slide. And in the master slide, you may want to put an image or a logo. What you need to do is click on Insert, and then you have the option for Picture or Clip Art. I'm just going to insert a picture from Clip Art. I'm going to search for a car, and I'm just going to choose this first one here. And I click on it and then it appears on my slide. Now I won't want my picture in the middle of my slide because I will have text in the middle of the slide. So I'm going to move my image and I'm going to put it into the bottom right hand corner, and I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. And that means that my image is not obscuring any of my text. You will see also that you have placeholders, and you have your date, you have a footer, and you have a page number. And you can decide where these are going to appear on your master slide. And you can move these are just text boxes, and you can move them. So if you'd like your page number up on the top left hand corner, then you can move it. But you just need to remember that where that little hash sign is where the number is going to appear. So I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller so that the number is in that left hand corner. So always remember when you're working on the master slide that you don't want to obscure any text that you're going to be putting onto your slide. If you want to add any extra information onto your master slide, then you just need to put in a text box. So if you click on Insert and then click on Text Box, and then just draw a box. Then you can add in any information you want. In this case, I'm just going to put my name. And I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. And I'm going to change it to 12. And I'm just going to move that over into that right hand corner. There we go, that looks nice and neat. Another object that could be placed on the master slide are lines, and this is just to make your slide a little bit more interesting to look at. You need to make sure that you are clicking on the Home tab to get the line, and then you click on your line option, and you can just drag and draw out a line, just from top to bottom, or even across the page, it's up to you. If you want to make that line thicker, you just double click on it, and then you have an option for your shape styles, and then you can just come down and choose a thicker style. If you want more than one, you can just right click on it and click on copy here, and it'll give you another line. And I'm just going to move my name so it fits in between the two lines. And I'm just going to make my car a little bit smaller. So this is just really you designing how you want your slide to look like, and you can just play around with it. If you want to check what it's going to look like, you just click on Close Master View, and then you can see what it will look like. And then you can click on View, go back to your slide master if you feel like you just need to edit anything. And I'm just going to bring these in just to make them look a little bit neater. So it is just a matter of playing around with it and obviously following the instructions of the exam board and what they're asking you to do. It is very, very important that once you have finished designing your slide, that you must close the master view so you can start working on your presentation. And you'll see that if I press enter for a new slide, that the information is still appearing that appeared on my master slide. In the exam, you'll be asked to import a file which will look like this. And you can just open up the document and copy and paste, but there's an easier way of doing this. If you come back to your PowerPoint and you click on your Home tab and you go to New Slide, click on the downward arrow and go to Slides from Outline. You then need to locate the saved file, in this case it's J12 Sales, and double click. And you'll see it will put the information into your presentation. If you are asked to add notes to your presentation, then you will see just under your slide is an area here which says click to add notes, and this is where you would place any notes that are given to you. The notes area is used to explain the bullet points on the PowerPoint presentation. If you are asked to move any of the slides around, then you can just simply click on them on the left hand side, hold down and just drag and drop them where they need to be. You will also have to use animation facilities on text, images and other objects, showing consistency between these. To do this, again you go to the master slide, so click on View and then Slide Master. If you highlight your text, click on Animations and select an animation, then all of those headings will have that animation applied to them. You can also change how those animations come on, so you can do it on mouse click or with previous or after previous, and you can also set a timing or a delay on them. Again, once you have applied the animation, you will need to show evidence that you have done this, and at this stage you can take a print screen showing that you have applied an animation to your heading, and the evidence is shown by 1 here and the highlighted fly in option. Once this is completed, you go back to your slide master, close the master view, and then you can just press F5 to see if this has worked. It is important when applying your animations that they are consistent. For example, that your headings all have one animation, that your main text all has one animation, and that all your images have one animation applied to them. You will also need to automate the transitions between pages. Again, come into your slide master, and then this time go to transitions, and then choose a transition, for example fade. At this stage you will need to do a print screen to show that you have chosen a transition as evidence for your evidence booklet. If you go back to your slide master and close the master view and select F5, you will see that you have your transition on every slide. You'll be asked to create a chart within the presentation and label it appropriately. To do this, you need to go to Insert and then click on Chart, and then you will see you have lots of charts that you can choose from. In the exam, they will ask you to use a certain chart and they will give you the information to go into the chart. I'm going to use a column chart. I'm going to select the first option and click on OK. You will be given a spreadsheet which looks like this, and you can use this information to put into your chart, and you can copy and paste it, and it will look like this. You will then need to label the chart with a title, values or percentages. To do this, make sure the chart is selected. You can change the chart styles here if you wish to. But now we need to add in the headings, and we come to chart layouts, and you want to make sure that you have one that will give you a title and the axes but still keep your legend. And you'll see that if you go on the arrows, it just extends what is available to you, and I just used layout 9. And then you can click on these and change the headings to make sure they are suitable, and that is how you insert a chart using data given to you. Before printing your document, you will be asked to make sure that only a certain number of slides appear on one piece of paper. To do this, you click on View and then Handout Master. You have the option under Page Setup for slides per page. You click on the downward arrow, and then you can select the number of slides that the exam board have asked you to select. I'm going to choose 2, and you will see that now only 2 slides will appear when printed on each page. When you are ready to print, click on File and then select Print. If you come down to where it says Full Page Slides and select the downward arrow, then you'll see you will have an option for Notes page, and this will change the appearance of your presentation because it will give you your slide and any notes that you have made on your PowerPoint presentation.